Hi, I'm Shivani and this is NIJ Lifestyle. Once again, I'm back with a fantastic and healthy recipe. These days, as you know, all the restaurants are closed and we are not able to have all the fancy food that we love. So this is one dish that looks fancy but it is very easy to make provided you do some pre-preparation in advance. So let's get started.
To make cowsway for 4 people, you need 500 gram chicken boneless, 1 cup of Bengal gram dal, 1 or 2 coconut milk cartons, 2 to 3 spring onions, 4 boiled eggs, 1 packet egg noodles, 1 cup coriander chopped, 1 large onion sliced and fried to brown color, 1 whole garlic peeled and fried to golden, juice of 2 lemons and half cup crushed roasted peanuts. You also need 2 to 3 green chilies, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, salt and red chili powder to taste, and some bay leaves and cinnamon for flavoring.
I will advise that if you're planning to make cowsway in the evening, get started with the garnishes in the morning because it has a whole lot of garnishes. And if you have some help, you can ask them to peel all those garlics and onions and fry them. And the final assembly takes hardly 10 to 15 minutes. And it's a lovely dish. I'm getting so excited. It is soupy, it is wholesome, it is tasty, and your kids will be so happy because they get bored of that simple dal roti. So this is a good variety, and it has all the nutrition. The best part is that there are noodles, but other than that, there's everything. There's a lot of protein, there are a lot of greens, so it is a complete meal in a bowl. Let's get started.
I've heated some oil in a largish container and I'm adding the marinated chicken pieces in here. As the chicken becomes a little seared, add some water and let simmer for some time. Meanwhile, pressure cook the chana dal with double the quantity of water to 2 to 3 whistles. Now the chicken is looking cooked, so blend the chana dal in a blender and add this paste to the mix. Now add a carton of coconut milk into it. You can adjust the thickness of the broth according to the way you like it because we are going to put noodles and a whole lot of garnishes. And the best part about this dish is that you don't need to be very particular about the seasoning right now because the flavors come from the garnishes. I'll cover and let it simmer for another 10 minutes. Wow, now it's nice and aromatic. The broth is ready. We can thicken it if we want by letting it simmer without the lid for some time. All the garnishes are ready. As you can see, we've got a chili vinegar, we've got lemon juice, we've got fried onion, coriander, some spring onion greens, fried garlic, peanuts and boiled eggs. And now I'm going to boil the noodles. So I kept some water to boil with some salt and oil. And I'm going to boil these regular egg noodles that you get. Now you can see the noodles are boiling. I would advise don't overcook the noodles. Let them be a little al dente in texture so that there should be a bite to it. After the noodles are boiled to your liking, just drain them like this in a colander and put a few drops of oil so that they don't stick together. Now to assemble the dish, we take some noodles in a bowl. So pour in the broth with some chicken pieces. If you're a vegetarian, then you can substitute with the veggies of your choice and you can add protein like tofu or paneer. And to finish it off, some touch of green. And some lemon juice. Eggs as per your liking. Some onions too. These are our favorite actually.
Over the last decade, globalization has taken on a new meaning, be it cultural connections, dietary similarities, or people-to-people exchanges. Take khao sui for example, a protein-rich dish from Myanmar made with noodles. Not only is khao sui a healthier alternative for a snack or a meal, its high protein content makes it an ideal choice during the COVID-19 pandemic. Burmese cuisine that was introduced in India by traders making their way across the northeastern frontier has gained immense popularity over the recent years. The northeastern states like Mizoram and Manipur also share this culinary heritage. With minimal use of cooking oil and maximum use of local products, khao sui too has been easy to assimilate. But this Burmese link has been formed over centuries of positive people-to-people exchanges. In fact, many facets of Indian culture form an important part of the culture in Southeast Asia, showcased particularly in the many ancient temples across Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had actually unveiled India's Act East policy at the ASEAN Summit in Myanmar's capital, Nay Pyi Taw, in 2014. Since then, this policy has been pivotal in strengthening India's diplomatic partnerships in the region. And I hope you know, moreover, PM Modi has rightly called the Indian Northeast as the gateway to Southeast Asia. These cultural connections will be further bolstered as multinational projects like the India-Myanmar-Thailand Trilateral Highway begin to take shape. And this multicultural society isn't just represented through culinary assimilations. India's Ministry of External Affairs is actively engaged in preserving and maintaining our centuries-old connections. Take for example similar efforts being made in collaboration with the ASI at the iconic Ananda Temple in Myanmar. Myanmar also continues to remain one of India's biggest trading partners in the BIMSTEC region as well. Moreover, it forms an important link in India's plan for a global electricity grid through the One Sun, One World, One Grid initiative and the International Solar Alliance. So do try out this recipe and let me know how it goes. And if you have any particular requests, any cuisine, then let me know. I would love to share more and more recipes with you. Thank you. This is me, Shivani, signing off for today. I'll be back soon with another wellness related topic or fantastic recipe. Stay tuned, stay aware, stay healthy.